Hey everyone, Jeff Lobb from Exit Realty. I'm here again with Mark Walser from Kodak. He's the vertical marketing manager and Mr. Kodak to me, talking about all the cool video products that are happening. And before I give Mark a chance to kind of talk about some new stuff going on, I just got to say, going to all the shows, the Inman Connects, and just all the trade shows that are happening, Kodak is absolutely connecting with the real estate industry better than anything I've ever seen. And they're doing a phenomenal job giving us great products from real estate. So I'm really glad to have Mark to be able to connect with and share ideas, as I used Kodak products ever since the days, even before the ZI6s and the cameras that came out in the beginning stages, to what's evolved today. So Mark, welcome. And I know you were just at a new, what was it, a show, CES you were at?
Yeah, CES is the big trade show that the consumer electronics industry jumps out into, and massive. It's in Vegas, and all the new products are usually released right around then. And so we had a pretty strong presence there, and unveiled a couple of new products, as well as determining what our next series of products is going to be.
So what's hot? What's happening? What did you guys see, or what was some things you rolled out?
Well, probably the coolest thing that we rolled out from a new perspective, besides obviously PlayTouch's launch, the video camera, was 3D printing. So we actually unveiled 3D printing demos where you can actually print. 3D glasses make really cool 3D images that you can look at and print right off your home printer. So that was kind of a nice new and cool technology. You'll see us sort of productize that and roll that out this year. As something that is really going to be a game changer for the consumer industry.
Awesome.
Since I'm like you, Jeff, really on real estate, I'm still trying to work on some of the elements that may be appropriate for real estate, or how business can be done using those. So we're going to kind of drip those in when I think it's appropriate. But one of the other cool things also that from a printing perspective we're starting to use, and I just kind of wanted to show this to you guys as well, is this is a little flyer I printed, and you'll see this little tag at the bottom here. I know QR codes are really valuable and being talked about a lot in real estate, but I think there's something a lot better for you as real estate agents, and that's called a Microsoft mobile tag. That's what this is. It's an MS tag.
Okay.
And so, like a QR code, you can go to Microsoft's tag website, which is tag.microsoft.com. And you can actually start creating these for free. It's totally free. They have built an awesome system, I have to say. One of the things about tags that is different than QR codes, they work much the same way, where you scan it with your smartphone, it launches a site from your mobile. Well, what's cool is these are, you can see their color, so you can do color or black and white, but they're also brandable. So you can actually, on a Microsoft tag, you can actually put your logo on it. I'm trying to put it up to my little camera here.
There you go.
There
right
you go.
Good.
See that? So I put Kodak right on that logo. You can easily do that with your real estate logo. So if you want to actually brand your flyers, because that's probably one of the best ways you can use tags or QR codes in real estate, is to mobilize your offline marketing. We're getting to that age now where you want to really try and combine your offline marketing with your online marketing. You want to make it a dual experience, because print still has a big place in real estate. And in fact, I've been talking to a number of brokers who work with us who've been telling us that by putting a print strategy back into their business, they're getting a whole lot more inbound calls from their flyers. Because how often do you go by a place like an open house and there is no flyer in the flyer box?
That's right.
I think Darren Persinger is one of the guys that we both know. He wrote a funny song which is totally viral on YouTube. There's no flyer in the flyer box, and he's kind of right. When you don't have that, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to market. How you could use this, just as a quick example, if you take my flyer here, pretend that these were pictures of the home, so it's a standard real estate flyer, and you've got some outside pictures and be shot of the garden or whatever. If you want to give them a home tour, this is where I would really say something authentic, like take your camera. You see I have a little handheld tripod on here?
Yeah.
So you could actually put the handheld tripod, just walk through the home, and do a narrated virtual tour, but not a formalized one, but like a video tour. You know what I mean? Where you're just walking through for 2 or 3 minutes, just walking through and saying, here's the living room, here's what I love about it, giving them a nice little interior shot of the home, post that on YouTube, and then create a tag that launches people right to your YouTube site, right to that particular link on your website or on YouTube, which shows them the interior of the home. Then you can say here on the bottom, on the blurb there with the black text, instead of get info on your smartphone, you could say something like, if you want to see the inside of this home, take out your smartphone and put it up, snap the tag, download the app for free, and you'll be watching the video inside of 2 minutes. That's a really, really powerful way to differentiate your listings and get people who would otherwise not be able to see anything about the home to be able to look at certain parts of it you want to.
That's awesome.
So I think from a print perspective and for some of the new stuff that's kind of 3D printing, and you're going to see a lot more of tags and QR codes this year in the way that we as a retailer deploy those. Hopefully some of the ideas that we do here, like some that I'm showing you, will translate into real estate, and you guys will really figure out how to use these.
Awesome. And you just gave another little tip, which I got echo going on here now. I'm not sure if it's Uvu or something, but let's see. You gave another little tip that putting your tripod and holding it like this, you get a much more stable camera hand walking through a property. Yes. Whereby versus trying to actually hold the camera where you get that little shake going on, holding it on a tripod or something like I happen to like the Gorilla Pod is one of my other ones too because it's really flexible. And I've taken the Gorilla Pod and I've wrapped it around the back of a chair. I've wrapped it on a fence post. But holding it as a walkthrough to the house, it's a simple little tip, but the most amazing, much more steady hand is just to walk through it like this versus holding the camera. You get a much better product.
And that's a very good point. The Play Touch and cameras like it, the Play Touch has very strong image stabilization. So even if you didn't have a tripod, if you had a relatively steady hand, you could hold it and you'd see no shake or virtually no shake.
That's right.
However, it's always best, and it's easier on you, especially if you're going to be doing it a long time. It's so much easier to hold it like this, and just walk around it, than it is to hold it with both hands and try and make sure. It's going to be a lot easier for you to do a lot longer video by doing that. And then the other side of it, which is also very helpful from when you have a tripod of any kind, like you mentioned the Gorilla Pod, which we sell, by the way, on our real estate store, you can actually use that to get a better shot of the room if you're taking pictures. One of the things is if you don't have a tripod and you go into a room and you want to take a listing picture, like say it's a really large room, well, you need your wide angle lens, so that'll help. You also want to be able to take your tripod and stick it in a corner. You could stick it on top of the entertainment center in the very corner of the room to get that shot. If you're trying to take it yourself, you're backing yourself up as far as you can go, but then you don't get the whole room, or you can't because you just can't get back far enough. That's where a tripod really helps you, so that's a great point.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So we got QR codes flown. We got tags now happening. I do like the idea of the tags because they're colorful. They can be branded. You hit some really good points there. And I see a big 3 to 5 year window of this stuff evolving big time before eventually cameras and smartphones get so smart that they're just going to start to recognize, houses and locations and geolocations. But for now, this is where it's at. You got to get with video. You got to get with what Kodak's doing. They got phenomenal products. The price, you can't beat the pricing. And, you gave us some great ideas. So it's always a pleasure to share them with you.
Yeah, let's not forget, just while we're here, we have a special store for Exit Realty. We do have a Canadian store as well, and you can find those on the Exit intranets. Give us a call or feel free to call me if you have any questions about Kodak products, if I can help.
Awesome. You're the best. Always. We'll catch you at the next event, and I'm sure we'll do some more interviews like this. Thank you for your time. It's always great talking to you.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Thank you. See you.